everybody, this is Alakai. We've got a few packs here, just 4 packs. We want to get to the second part of the video, normally discussion. I'm going to spend a little bit longer. I think today we're going to do a deck tech. I'm not sure what's on the schedule, but I do know that it's only supposed to be 4 packs today. Ant-Man and I can't remember. Falcon, that's right. For the uncommon Falcon, 3 and a fist. When Falcon attacks, your sidekicks can't be blocked. For a good white weenie deck, really, when you have a lot of those little sidekicks and mini characters out there that can't be blocked, they're getting in for damage. Maybe you can pair them up with the Captain America of Avengers vs. X-Men, or there's a Green Goblin that boosts your sidekick characters. I think it's like +1 and +1. So if that's the case, you can get them for 3/3 and get them all in there. Again, a little white weenie strategy there. The Ant-Man Biophysicist, 2 and a fist Avenger, common character. Pack number 2. Oh, Pyro. And we have another Falcon. Come on, I'm looking for the rare Pyro. Let's go. There he is. All right. That's great. I was looking for this guy. Pyro Uncontrolled. I'm going to build a deck around this guy. 5 and a bolt for a villain character. When Pyro attacks, roll all the dice in your used pile. Deal 1 damage to your opponent for each bolt rolled. Return the dice to your used pile. Global. Pay bolt. Draw and roll 2 dice from your bag. Keep any bolt results rolled. Return the rest to your bag. I'm going to build a deck around this guy. He's going to be full of bolts all over the place. I'm going to call it Pyro Blast, Pyro Destructor, Pyro, whatever you want to call it. But this is going to be great. Excited about it. I saw something to this effect in the tournament, and so I'm really interested to do that, and so I was excited to pull it. Falcon Samuel Williams, no ability character, just so a little weenie guy. 2 and a fist, who's an Avenger. Alright, so let's see what we get in pack 3. I got my Pyro, I just need to have my Professor X rare now. Oh. Am I getting it, my Professor X rare? Oh, so close. Founder, uncommon, heroic. When fielded, Professor X may pair up with a different heroic character until the start of your next turn. When Professor X is paired up, gain 1 life when either he or his partner attacks. 6 and a mask on the X-Men. We have Storm, Weather Witch. Storm takes no damage from action dice. Global, pay a mask, change the target of an action die that targets a character die to the character die of your choice. Redirects. Alright guys, last pack here. We got pack number 5. You know, I don't know what I was talking about earlier. I went to go look about Professor X. I actually have the rare for Professor X that I got out of the box. I'm looking for the rare Jolner. I'm looking for that Jolner, so I'm hoping it's in here. This is the last pack. Here we go. Oh, Captain America and oh my god, I always forget this guy. Vision. Yeah, Vision. When Vision blocks, you may spin him up 1 level. 4 and a mask for an Avenger. And Captain America, Special Ops, 5 and a shield. When fielded, move an opposing villain to the prep area. Not terrible, but not so great either. So I got my Pyro rare, which I was super excited about. I got a couple of really cool stuff. I'm excited. Now I just need to start to keep playing and to get used to it and see what other kind of synergies I can create and align. Thanks guys, talk to you later, bye. So now we have all these dice, we've opened a bunch of packs, and what are we going to do with it? Well, we start making teams, and I'm going to try to go through some of the different archetypes or some of the different strategies in team building or deck building. Now, keep in mind, guys, I come from the world of Magic, so I'll be using some of the terms from there, but I am going to go through and explain them. The first type of deck that I wanted to talk about was an aggro deck. We've heard that talked about here and there throughout the forums and whatnot. Aggro meaning aggressive deck. Aggressive decks normally use very low-cost creatures that do nothing but attack. They're just, all they care about is just attacking as much power as they possibly can, less attack value. Many times they sacrifice themselves in order to get that attack and get that damage into their opponent. They use direct damage a lot. They use strategies like burn, which is a direct damage type of thing. A different type of idea. Items, some different characters that we're talking about. Things like Serena, very aggro, right? 2 in a fist. Everybody's heard about her. I was lucky enough to pull her. She's only 2 in a fist. It means you can get 2 of her out to the use pile on the first turn. She's doing 3 damage, but not just the 3 damage. She's also doing 2 direct damage to your opponent every time. Now, your opponent can spin their character down in order to prevent this, but it is still a very aggressive method that you're actually damaging via standard character attack, and you're doing direct damage. Very strong burn. Here's something to look at for an aggressive creature, an Ant-Man. This is the rare, but it doesn't have to be. Ant-Man is twofold. Number one, attack value is high. So when you're looking for an aggressive creature, you're looking for something like aggressive, what you're generally looking for is an attack value that's much greater than your defense. That means that your creature could possibly die in the attack or is susceptible to burn itself. But if it gets through, it's going to do a lot of attack value. I'll also call Ant-Man enablers. We're gonna bring that back. Also, we have some other enablers we want to discuss. But in that paying a fist, switch the attack and defense values of one of your characters. This enabler actually brings in other characters, things like Professor X. It's got a 1-9. You would never consider him to be an aggressive or very high attack value creature until you bring in Ant-Man. Then all of a sudden you're switching the numbers around and you're getting a 9 attack in. Pyro, very, very aggressive, right? I was really excited to pull this. When Pyro attacks, pay up to bolt, deal 1 damage to your opponent for each bolt spent. Means you're getting in 2 direct damage. 4 in a bolt, villain character. Villains also have some different things, different attributes in the aggressive decks. Pyro is very aggressive. Nice. 5/2 creature. X-23, kind of her and like a Wolverine strategy, almost synergizing with the idea of aggro, right? That's kind of what they do. A lot of times these aggro type creatures have evasion. So Wolverine can Knucklehead. When Wolverine attacks alone, he cannot be blocked. He's an 8/4. He's getting in for 8 damage every single time. He's high cost, 6 in a fist, but it shouldn't be too bad with Professor X in the field. X-23 cannot block. Also, when you're dealing with aggro creatures, sometimes there's actually drawbacks to a low-costing creature. Now, you have 4 in a fist. Her level 3 is getting in for is 7/3. Knucklehead 6 in a fist. 2 higher, it's 8/4. So for 1 more attack value, you're having to pay 2 more. He doesn't have that drawback though. He's actually got an enabler that is super rare. X-23, 4 in a fist, cannot block. She's got a drawback to her. One thing I've been kind of playing with and testing about, and I'm trying to see if it's real or not, is trying to get some kind of quantitative evaluation on what makes a card good or not. What to look out for. In Magic, I used to listen to a podcast and have discussion about the test, the standard test. And the standard test really basically means that if you have a cost, a mana cost, if your attack and defense values approximately on parity with it, then you're okay. It passes the standard test. It's kind of a baseline. In X-Men or Marvel Dice Masters, what I'm looking at here is I actually add the attack and defense value together. So on X-23, it's 7 plus 3 equals 10. I divide it into the cost. So she's a 4 attack. She's getting 10 of value to me. And I'm trying to see if there's a correspondence there or some kind of an idea that if the value of the added 10 is more than twice the value of the cost, then it passes a test. I'm trying to see if that's a valid evaluation or not. 10 to 4 passes that test, so it passes it too much, so they had to put a drawback on there. I'm wondering if that's something to look at. Knucklehead, 8 plus 4 is 12, divided by 2, or 6 in a fist, so 6, 12. It's on parity, but it's got an enabler, cannot be blocked, which is very good, very strong. So they increase the rarity. Do you see? Like, that's the... they made it harder to come by. So I'm just kind of taking it upon myself to see if there's of any value there, if that's a way to take a look at these cards. Cyclops. When Cyclops is blocked by more than one character, he deals damage equal to the full attack to each character blocking him. Bam, bam. He's knocking them out, right? He's killing them. Human Torch, there's an entire deck built around the damage that this guy can do. Every time you field a character, he's doing damage. Every time, boom, boom, he keeps hitting it. It's all about hitting that your opponent as fast as possible. Here's another one of those types of characters. 3 and a bolt for Quicksilver. When fielded, Quicksilver deals 1 damage to one opposing character. Just gets rid of him every single time. He's getting in for 4 at only a 1 field at level 3. Very strong aggro type card. We spoke about enablers. I've got these 3. I oppose these. I've got Captain America, Natural Leader, and Green Goblin, Goblin Lord from AVX. Angel, Inspiration from Uncanny. So what makes these guys aggressive? Well, they in themselves are not necessarily aggressive, but what they do is they create aggressiveness because their abilities are all pretty much the same. When they are active or when they attack, either one of the two, there's different abilities here. They pump your little sidekick characters. Okay? 1, 1, and 1. Every time that you have your little sidekicks that you drop in there, they're field 0. You put Green Goblin, if you have them active, all of a sudden that's a 3/3. Right? Because +1, +1, and then +1, +1, another 1. That's 3. If you have Angel in the field and you're attacking, this little sidekick character that you fielded for nothing, you just rolled, it's 4. But it takes an enabler in order to pump that up. It's pretty damaging. Think about it. Some other enablers are kind of off-site aggressive strategies. Powerbolt, very aggressive. 3 power. He's got ramp in it, but deal 2 damage to one target character or player. Just keep hitting them. Just burn, burn, burn. It's like a shock or a lightning strike instead of magic. Doc Ock. When blocked, any damage that Doc Ock does in excess of the blocking character deal total defense is dealt to your opponent. Well, again, him himself might not be considered to be an aggressive character, but what he does is he enables other high power creatures. Consider him with somebody like Ant-Man and maybe Professor X, somebody you wouldn't even think about. Like I said, switch the attack and defense. Professor X is now a 9/1. He gets blocked by some chumpy guy, but he's doing 9 damage. He's going to get blocked. He's got trample effect. This is what's called a trample effect in Magic, and the rest of the attack value is going to get in for the damage. Trample's very, very valuable in aggressive strategy, right? And for use generally in these high beefy characters that have low defense values, and you can get in. Anyways, hope it helps. This is an aggressive deck, and eventually we're going to actually be building some more aggressive decks, but I kind of wanted to explain the strategies and the ideas of decks before building them, because I kind of want to give everybody an understanding about where the terms come from and what kind of cards to look out for when you're building those types of strategies. If that playstyle is for you, these are the type of things you should be looking for. Hope it helps. Thanks, bye.